Rangnick is the first German manager to win his first Premier League game. United won the ball back in the final third the most times since the Sir Alex era, and United kept a clean sheet for the first time in 15 matches. In a game full of stats made for social media, what was the reality on the pitch? Let's go to the whiteboard. Highly anticipated was the formation Rangnick was going to employ. It was the much talked about 4-2-2-2 formation. Going to a screenshot of the game, we can see the 4-2-2-2 formation perfectly set up. The stat that has done the rounds the most is United winning the ball back 12 times in the final third. This central compactness made it very difficult for Palace to play out, and United were either turning Palace over directly or spooking them into making a mistake. Going to a screenshot of the game, we can see United's 2-2-2 press formation. Klein is on the ball and doesn't have anywhere to go, and all he will see in his peripheral vision are red shirts. With the ball, this central compactness created tighter passing connections and greater passing options on the ball, enabling United to play through the pitch at speed more efficiently. Going to screenshots of the game, with Fernandes on the ball, we can see the progressive passing options in close proximity. He pirouettes out of trouble and plays the ball back to Fred, who also has a choice of forward passing options. It wouldn't be the devil's verdict if I didn't bring a rain cloud to the show, and there were some deficiencies. With this narrow formation, on the transition, if the fullbacks weren't up with the play, United lacked forward progressive passing options, resulting in United playing sideways and backwards, which killed the momentum on a number of counter-attacks. Going to screenshots of the game, McTominay is driving forward with the ball, and we can see this huge space out wide unoccupied by a United player, with Sancho in this inside position. Consequently, McTominay had to cut back and play a backwards ball to Fred. In this next transition, Sancho is on the ball, but with no one inside to attack this space out wide, the move loses momentum with United heavily outnumbered. The other problem was, when United were able to filter the ball out to the fullbacks, they were faced with United's bunched up forward line. This was forcing the fullback to play balls back into midfield, where the ball was switched out to the other fullback, who was faced with the same problem, and the ball was going back into midfield again. We saw this switching from side to side with no forward progression a lot in the first half, and in my opinion, it was down to a lack of movement into the wide areas to stretch Palace's defensive formation. Going to screenshots of the game, with Telles on the ball, we can see how bunched up United's attack is, with no occupancy in the wide area beyond Telles. Telles is forced to play a ball back into midfield to Fred, where the ball ends up being switched out to Dalot via Lindelof, and Dalot is faced with the same situation of a bunched up forward attack with no one attacking the wide areas. And again, Dalot plays the ball back into midfield to Fred. But when United committed runners to the wide areas, they were cutting Palace to ribbons every time. Going to screenshots of the game, with Sancho on the ball, we can see Telles attacking the space beyond Sancho on the underlap. Sancho plays Telles in, who gets to the byline, with attackers in the box to pull back to. The devil's verdict is, Rangnick clearly laid down the foundations of gegenpressing. Work rate, intensity and coordination. For the most part, this was there, and I thought it was a decent start to his reign. Let me know in the comments your thoughts on the game. Thank you for watching, and please like, subscribe and share, and I'll see you in the next video.